Unfiltered Gems podcast. I'm going to start off today with introductions because we always fail to do it. So my name is Malcolm Alexander.
And I am Ryan Hale. What's going on?
We're not in person like we were last week. Hale, I miss you already. I miss you when I dropped your ass off at the airport, brother. How was your weekend, man?
You stupid.
I'm not going to lie. I'm serious. I'm starting off the podcast with love.
I don't know why that genuinely makes me laugh. Maybe it's because I don't really say I miss you to people.
Wow.
It's very rare for me to say, I don't. And this is going to sound maybe heartless. I don't miss people, really. Only person that I've ever missed is like a girl I was dating or something like that. But I don't really miss people.
Wow,
often.
y'all. So when Hale recaps the week, the adventure that him and I went on together, the adventure
it was amazing.
I'm not gonna say I took him on, but the adventure that like when you love somebody.
Oh no, I think that's a fair thing to say. The adventure that you took me on.
The motherfucking adventure I took you on. You gonna say that you don't miss me? You heartless bitch.
I don't know if I can miss you. I just saw you. Just saw you for 5 days.
We spent a whole week together.
We spent about 100 hours together. I don't know if I can miss you.
I ain't gonna miss you for a good few months. No, in all seriousness, bro, I'm the same way. I'm actually the same way, bro. Like it takes me a really long time to miss people.
It's very hard,
bro.
For me to miss somebody.
We're after this podcast, I'm about to be solo for a month. Like I know, you know how I feel. Like actually, I'm giving you a shit acting like I really am not the same way, bro. I'm like, my people meter is like about up to like, it's exceeding right now.
Fills up very quickly.
It fills up very quickly. Despite, we're very social people, but I think it's the dichotomy, right? It's that paradigm of where I am incredibly social, but because I'm incredibly social, I also really value my alone time.
Facts.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, I love my time with the collective. I love the collective. I think you heard me talk about that so much at the time of year, like just talking with my friends. Like, I really be about my community and my crew. And then I'm also like, all right, well, I love y'all because we've been doing this for a few hours now. And I'm good. Need some me time. Need to recharge. Brother, how have you been? I saw that you at the Cards game yesterday. They was playing the Rams. No, look at me knowing a thing or two.
Yeah, they were playing the Rams. Very unfortunate ending.
Damn.
For the Cards, but the game itself was fun. First game I was able to attend all season, so it was dope, man. Dope experience. How was your weekend though?
Man, it has been preparation for an excursion I'm about to go on. A little life exploration I gotta do. I'm not gonna get too much into it. The people gonna know what it is eventually. The people gonna see it. If whatever you're listening this week, you gonna be like, "What does he mean?" And then next week, you'll definitely know what I mean. And so this weekend I didn't have any gigs. Like I said, I wrapped up my last few gigs the weekend before it. So I was prepping all this weekend, and then on Sunday, my brother Tremont, who was on talking about our chicken sandwiches. You also met the good brother Tremont. He had a Matrix watch party to prep for the new Matrix. Matrix is his favorite movie. Dope. So as a whole crew of like 10 of us, we all watched all 3 Matrix movies in one sitting.
How was that?
Thank God Callie had the shots. Other people had the weed. We had to take breaks. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I am very pumped to see the new Matrix movie, and so I'm glad that we held that space. And it was nice to kind of see my crew, get to hang out with them while I can, because it's gonna be some time before I get a chance to. But, bro, a lot of stuff to get down to. Of course, we'll be talking a little bit about our trip, your trip out here in California, in and out of a lot of the topics we're going to discuss today. And then also, there's just a lot happening.
Very much so.
Yeah, man. So I want to get into it, all right? So welcome one and all to Unfiltered Gems. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Let's do it.
Welcome, world. It is the Unfiltered Gems podcast. I don't know why the inflection is necessary.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think that was necessary.
But look, you just had the inflection. You see, it's contagious. The inflection's contagious.
Right, now you got, I don't think that was necessary.
I don't think that was necessary. Stop it. My name is Malcolm Alexander.
And I'm Ryan Hale.
Oh, man. Of course, at Unfiltered Gems podcast everywhere. Make sure on the YouTubes you are watching, you're subscribing. And wherever you're listening, you're doing the same, leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts. All of it matters. So thank y'all. Appreciate it. First big story, man. We got to talk about The free Larry Hoover concert. No, the tickets were not free, but it was an effort to free Larry Hoover. Hell, you were there. I was there. That was my Xmas present to you. And you have to accept it because you loved it. I'm just saying.
I did love it.
Say it out loud. Was that my Xmas present to you?
Christmas present.
It was
that's all I celebrate. But yeah, it was amazing. The show was amazing. I was there. I did receive a great gift from you. So yes. Yes to all of the above.
Xmas, and Xmas is what I'm saying.
No, nope, not saying that.
Oh man. But yeah, bro, like there's a lot of points that we could address here as far as Kanye West and this show. I want to know, one, your thoughts of the show being there, right? Because I have mine. People have seen my social media. They've seen your social media. They probably know how we feel about it. But then, again, this was supposed to be a charity, a benefit concert to free Larry Hoover. So maybe I want to ask, how do you think the concert was? And then how free do you think this helped Larry Hoover be? If that's the question.
The concert itself overall was, I think, excellent. Outside of them being or were they like hour and a half, 2 hours late?
Man,
starting up or whatever?
And we'll get into it.
Yeah. Outside of that, once it actually got started, I mean, starting off with Sunday Service Choir, then lead into Kanye and Drake walking down the steps at the Coliseum, to Kanye jumping straight in to, I forget what song that was from Donda. But
Jesus Walks. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Praise God. He started off
Praise God, yes. And then he rode right into Jesus
Walks, yeah, sorry.
And then was on our necks for the next 30, 45 minutes.
Our necks.
Literally. Rolling classic after classic.
Oh, my God.
After hit after hit.
Now, I think we need context, too. And again, there's going to be people that listen that might feel one way about Kanye and feel like the other way, right? And I want this conversation to also kind of get on how maybe we are separating the art from the artist, right? Who are we giving passes to? How come Kanye keeps getting forgiven for consistently? What did your brother say? He a habitual line stepper. Like, my nigga is really a habitual line stepper. And I don't know if I can say, like, we're in recent years, well, he is not well. I don't think he's all that well with the current state of his marriage and his family. But I think he's, as an artist, expressing himself and expressing his pain in only a way an artist can. In based off of what we saw the other night. You know what I'm saying? Like, this man wants his family back. He wants his wife back. Kim wants nothing to do with it.
Nothing to do with him. Nothing at all.
So it's interesting to see how, when we thought, right, y'all got to understand, he has not performed his own songs. Like, I mean, Sunday Service songs, sure. Yes, he released the Donda album, and so we know that he can still rap or that he's still rapping, but he has not rapped publicly. Like, he has not, even at Sunday Service, he might do a verse to Jesus Walks, but other than that, like, the Sunday Service takes it, and he's normally just there either playing maybe on the keys, or he's more just in the back hanging out with his kids. I've been to the Sunday Services, and I'm not saying that's all of them, but, like, he's not performed his secular music, and if I'm not mistaken, in years past, it said he's not going to be moving forward. So there's been a morale shift. There's been this shift of who Kanye is and his identity, and I want to say, and I want to think that it's because of his current emotional state, that how he's going to deal with the pain of this divorce and this pain of his family dynamic changing is maybe he does need to sell out the LA Coliseum. Like, I love hearing people talk about just any venue. Nigga, this is the LA Coliseum.
Right.
Like, you know, the prestige of not just being a sports venue, but also being the stage of some of the most massive shows in history. From Michael Jackson's Super Bowl to the initial EDC festivals to Beyonce, Jay-Z, and so on and so on and so forth. The list can go on and on and on. I mean, the Stones, everybody has performed and had an epic, legendary show there. And this show, performance-wise, was no different. Because it was his first time performing secular music in over 5 years. Like, since his mental break at the St. Pablo tour. My question is, it's a free Larry Hoover benefit show. Did you get an air of abolition for prison, industrial complex? Did you get a layer of how we have to end mass incarceration? Did you get those vibes, if you will, from this show?
No, not at all. I mean, the show kicked off with a woman who said that she was incarcerated for a long time. talking about the importance of the Larry Hoover benefit concert, how it came about, and the reason that they were there and all of this stuff. But it didn't feel like what you said. We didn't get the messaging truly behind it. Like, was the message really just all around getting this man out of prison? Why is he unjustly in prison? What's going on with his prison sentence? They didn't explain any of that.
Yeah.
It was just about freeing Larry Hoover. And then, like you said, to answer your question, no, it was nothing about prison abolition, ending mass incarceration, stuff like that. No messaging around that.
I mean,
to me, you're right. In my
you.
opinion, from what I took from it, yeah. I mean, that was what your question was. So, what I received from it, I didn't get any of that. So.
The funny thing is, I was agreeing. My joke was going to be, but for all the people that were wearing Free Larry Hoover shirts, walking outside of the Coliseum,
those ugly-looking blue Free Hoover shirts, they look like somebody's 5-year-old kid pasted those letters on the back of them.
Also, my thing, when you consider the surrounding area of the LA Coliseum, those hoodies and the colorway is just quite frankly unsafe.
Wait, I thought you told me it was a lighter blue, so they were good.
Nah, man. Because when I saw him up close, I said, "Ooh." When I saw a line, I was like, "Ooh." Like I would not put that joint on and walk outside of the LA Coliseum. And like, if I was not parked on premise, I wouldn't. I would totally agree with you, right? I think the whole point of this, these stars are reuniting. They're ending their beef, right? Black men need to come together,
right,
to end mass incarceration in this country, to free a man that they feel is changed. Because quite frankly, I think the argument and why they didn't even go too much into Larry Hoover is because it's a strong debate as to why this man should stay in prison.
Yeah, it's not like it's just a clean cut, like he was unjustly charged and unjustly convicted and all.
No, it's none of that.
He deserved to serve a little time in there.
This is one of the main founders of the Gangster Disciples in Chicago.
Yep.
You know, and yes, before he was locked up in the 70s, right, he was making strides in his community to kind of undo the wrongdoing when you start diving into the case, right? And I'm not an authority on it. This is what I've gathered from light research. But I did not get that watching the show. It's like you went in, and what it was that they had a $10 million budget to handle production. He gets his Amazon Music deal. They want to pay everybody involved, and then you want to give proceeds back to freeing Larry Hoover. Where does the money go? One, and then two, where was the education? I think what people need most is education about what's happening with mass incarceration in this country. Maybe more so than this one sentence, and it's a beautiful sentiment, but I just didn't gather that watching the damn show, despite being very impressed with the spectacle.
Yeah, no, I get you. I didn't gather that either. And I'm just trying to think what they could have done differently, as maybe, I don't know, maybe added some more messaging around it. Like I said, we didn't even really understand why they're trying to free this man.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like I get, like I mentioned, that lady spoke for about 5-6 minutes before the concert started, but we didn't hear anything from Kanye. We didn't hear anything from Drake. Don't get me started on Drake, by the way. I mean,
I'm gonna have to get you started. I do want to double back on again, maybe some of the hypocrisy here, some of the layers, right? I think there's so many people that could be listening, and you might already be like, "Nah, Kanye trash." You already might be on the y'all heard me say it a couple episodes back on this cast. We clipped it, and. God, man, I love the show, but it's so funny when you realize, bro, remember you were so cold in the bowl and you said, man, I think I might go buy one of those hoodies. And what I told you that the hoodie might have been maybe $60.
$60, $70.
I was wrong.
Yeah, there's no way.
I was wrong. I was very wrong about the hoodie price. Hoodies started at $200. Baseball tees started at $160. Hats were $60. There was four colorways. There was 4 colorways of jeans. There was 4 colorways of denim jeans that Kanye had made, which he says was in collaboration with Balenciaga. We'll get into that in a short second. Those retailed at, just take a guess. Take a guess at how much one pair of these
one pair of the jeans.
Based off of the context of what I just told you.
Right. I'm gonna go with $250.
Yeah, $400, and then overalls at $300
for some denim jeans.
For some denim jeans, baby. Denim like Jay Leno. And then he had some overalls for $360, all of which he says is in collaboration with Balenciaga. head of Balenciaga, his name is Demna. You hear Kanye drop his name tons. Funny thing about this is that Demna had very little to do with any designs for this. Demna literally helped Kanye say, oh, here's an idea. And then because Demna was traveling around, all Kanye did was send him swatches. Then Demna went through a few options and said, oh, here's the ones I like. And he sold them to the people saying that it's in collaboration with Balenciaga when Balenciaga did not print it, did not come up with the initial designs for it, did not.
Yeah, there's no way they printed that.
No, not at all.
If you look at it, you'll see.
It's not that, but it was Balenciaga's band track because Balenciaga is making stuff like that. Demna loves that kind of design. It's not whether or not he printed it. It's not whether or not he printed it. His team would have printed it the same way, but it was the fact that it's definitely Balenciaga collab adjacent. It's definitely Diet Balenciaga. It's really not. It's Demna saying, oh, here's what, maybe, like try this, try that. But it was local people here that actually handled everything, did the last minute changes. The concert was so damn late because they were making changes to the wardrobe up until damn near 8 o'clock.
Are you serious?
Yes.
The wardrobe for
Kanye and also what the Sunday Services Choir was going to wear, but they ended up just wearing black because turns out Kanye's had an ego shift once again, and you can't be around Kanye unless you're wearing all black, apparently. People close to the camp are saying. You cannot touch around Kanye unless you are wearing black. So much so.
Well,
look,
man,
insider sources. Hell, I've given you some credit of some of my sources, right? But this cracked me up so much so that this man got Uber Eats delivered, or someone like when they were on a set of Sunday service recently, got food delivered, and there's a rack of clothes outside of the studio space that they're in. Literally, because if you want to deliver or go inside, if you're not wearing black, niggas literally have to take their clothes off and change to go in.
You're not serious.
Bro, I wish
You're
I
not
was.
serious.
I wish I was.
I wish I was.
I wish I was. No, I know. And it sounds so crazy, bro. It sounds so crazy.
Because this is a joke, right?
Bro, you and I speak in fluent jokes. No, it's not. What's also not a joke is the fact that all this, right? You're going to say it's Balenciaga.
No, that makes 0 sense.
None of the proceeds of the merch, again, the $200 hoodie, the $400 pair of jeans, the $360 overalls, the $6 hat, none of the proceeds are going to Free Larry Hoover. None of the merch proceeds are going to the charity that is you know for the premise of this whole show.
So what money went to Free Larry Hoover?
Ticket sales. But when you consider a $10 million show,
right,
and you want to make sure that you pay your people, he got the Amazon Prime deal and it's streamed on Amazon Prime. So it's like, you know, maybe just maybe like, you know, that deal helped. I wish I knew how much money was really going to Free Larry Hoover. Or just a criminal justice reform at large. And I think that was supposed to be the premise of the show, and that was clearly missed. While Kanye is performing Runaway, crying for his wife back. It's divided. Like, how do you feel? I think there was a context, too. Future brought Kanye out of Rolling Loud on Sunday. Like, he's not just back to performing sexy music at his own shows. He's come out to Can't Tell Me Nothing. And for the kids, Rolling Loud is a festival for the kids, bruh.
Yeah.
Who is Kanye? How do you separate it? How do you feel? You had never seen Kanye and you thought the show was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was amazing.
And it was.
And it was. I'm hearing
this
stuff. I can't lie to you. Hearing this stuff afterwards does kind of not shift my view of the concert, because that is still a standalone thing. Like watching that, experiencing it, experience how the crowd was reacting to some of the songs that he played and his performance and stuff like that. I can separate that from this foolishness that I'm hearing. But it's still hard to say, like, man, people paid money to go see this. Yeah. Man, people actually paid for all that merch that, in my opinion, looked trash to me. Sure. But paid for all that money for that merch that says Free Larry Hoover, but none of the money is going to the... That's crazy to me. That's terrible. Yeah. So it's sometimes it is hard for me to separate the art from the artist, like we've talked about before, and then sometimes it's not. In this case, it's a little, the lines are a little blurred in a way. Yeah, because I guess I didn't think any of that stuff was going down. But again, the show itself was still amazing. I can't take nothing away from the show itself. But it just seems like Kanye just handles himself and everything he does outside of performing in such a bad way, and I'm just lost as to why. And I'm not taking away from him being an amazing businessman and amazing artist and stuff like that, because that's all stuff that we know. But the stuff that has come to light even just from what you're sharing to me now. And then over the last few years and his interviews that he's done and stuff like that, like, he's just shown to us why and I've said this before, it seems like he really needs help. But even if he doesn't go get help, it's just hard to support him outside of watching him perform his songs. You get what I'm saying? And I don't want to put a black man out there like he's just a clown at a circus. But sadly, there's no other good that I'm seeing coming from this man for a while. You get what I'm saying?
Bruh, you're telling me.
It's sad.
Oh man, it's really sad. But again, like, this man can still sell at the LA Coliseum. The show was crazy. Yeah. If you haven't seen it, you can check it on Amazon Prime or bootleg it if you don't want to support that way. I don't know how you're gonna do it.
Skip Drake's part though. Skip Drake's part.
Actually, they didn't air Drake's part, or it's not that air. But if you watch it back, I've watched it back twice now. Drake's part's not in there. Only when they do Forever. And so I was like, oh, good.
Shut up, for real?
I shit you not, bro. If you try to watch it on Prime, Drake's part is not in there. Only Forever at the end.
Well, I thought we watched it the day after and it was there. They took it out now.
They cut it out at least on Prime.
Get
It's not. I just tried to put it on last night.
Man, I mean, listeners, you know how big of a Drake fan I am, but I am not mad at that. I can tell you that I'm not mad at it. When I say Drake bored me to death, that was the only time I sat down the whole show.
It was.
I was bored.
It was.
I was so bored. I was so disappointed with Drake. I haven't listened to Drake music since. That's how upset I am. I'm just upset. Oh my gosh, he was so disappointing. He was just boring.
I don't know why it's comedy to hear you say that, but
I just really want to know who made that set list, bro. Like, that set list was probably one of the worst set lists I've seen in a long time.
Bruh, it
just had no chemistry. It was bad.
It was bad, and it's like, for you to do that stacked up against anthems that Kanye's performing.
Anthems,
like not hits. Like, I don't want to say he's running through the hits, nigga. No, he's running through anthems.
Like, that was so bad.
It's not even hits. It's like it got anthems. But look, got to take a quick break, man. A lot of stories to get down to today. We need to talk about one of my favorite things, the MCU.
You're a big Marvel fan.
Oh man, you know this. The way you a Cards fan is the way I'm a fan of Marvel, baby. Like,
that's true.
Look. I'm just. We'll have a lot more Up for the Gems when we get back. Up for the Gems podcast. My name is Malcolm Alexander,
and I am Ryan Hale.
Hello, at Up for the Gems podcast everywhere. Y'all know where we're at. Got to get down to some MCU news. Spider-Man: Far From Home comes out next week. I hope y'all got your popcorn ready. I do.
Yep. This week.
Technically, no.
This Friday. Yep. You're not a real MCU fan. That's what I just learned. Not a real
I have no relation of time right now. I really don't. I'm like, it's still last Friday. I'm like, you're still out here to me. Like, bro, I don't know what time it is. Yes, this Friday. It's out, y'all. I'm so pumped. But we're not talking about Spider-Man. We're talking about actually Black Panther right now. And there's a few layers to it, right? Chadwick Boseman's brother is now on one side of the aisle. There has been a huge debate ever since Chadwick passed about, do we recast T'Challa?
Yes, sir.
Or do we keep the story going on and Paul Walker it, right? Just kind of like, we ain't going to recast Paul Walker, but, we'll do some CGI for the one movie, kind of do a send-off, and then, like, boom, we just going to do someone else. Now, or do we recast the character of T'Challa, son of T'Chaka, crown prince, crown heir to the throne of Wakanda? Do we just recast the role of T'Challa, right?
Right.
Chadwick Boseman's brother apparently says that they should recast. And there's a lot of people that are on one side of the aisle of recast T'Challa. There's a lot of people on the other side of the aisle that are saying, don't do that. There's no one that could ever compete with Chadwick Boseman's T'Challa. Why would you ever do this, B? I don't know why I turn into a New York nigga when I do this. What side of the aisle are you on? And it's interesting hearing Chadwick's brother come forth and say that we should recast.
Yeah, and his brother actually said that not only should they, but that's what his brother would have wanted. That's what Chadwick would have wanted. So that does make me wonder, to answer your question, that does make me wonder if at any point Chadwick had some conversations, because, his battle was for a while that he had this battle going on silently, or not silently, but under the radar
privately.
To many of us. Privately, yes. So I wonder if he had any conversations with maybe his family or close friends or whatnot of what he thought about the role ever being recasted, or if that was never a talking point or a topic of conversation. But I don't know, bro. I'm gonna have to side with his brother on this one. I think that the role should be recasted only because Black Panther meant so much more than, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but it meant so much more than Chadwick Boseman.
Mm-hmm.
It was bigger than just Chadwick. Like, that Black Panther movie inspired so many people, young and old, and gave them a taste of Black culture, even if it was fictional. It gave them a taste of Black culture, Black heroism, and Black strength and stuff like that through a superhero. That I think that not recasting Black Panther, especially for future generations and other kids growing up to see a fresh view of this, we would be doing a disservice, because it's not that we can't do it. It's because we're choosing not to do it because of an amazing, amazing man and actor in Chadwick Boseman. You know what I'm saying? Like, he lived an amazing life, and he did an outstanding job. And they may be right. There's nobody that may be ever able to touch what he did in that movie. But we should give somebody else a chance to inspire people and stuff like that, because it's bigger than just one person. You know what I'm saying?
And to echo you and his brother, I think that's what Chadwick stood on, was opening the door and letting more of us as Black folk into Hollywood and into these roles and into these mantles, right? Because I think when you talk about recast versus just let the story continue, let someone fill in, is because we're talking about a mantle. Right? Yep. We're talking about like a character versus a mantle. 007 is a mantle, right? Because James Bond is just a name, right? Some might say I'm not English. Sean Connery, God rest his soul. Man, I fuck with Sean Connery so much, but right? Said, Idris Elba is not English enough to to play 007. He did say that before he died, right?
I didn't know that.
And we know what he means by that. Maybe I might not be English enough to be 007, right? But technically,
you're not white enough. That's pretty much.
That's exactly what they're saying. Not English. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Not the real English.
Not the real English. But I do find it interesting because at the end of the day, it's a mantle. It's a mantle. 007 is a mantle. Jason Bourne is a mantle, right? These are code names. Like, so I do agree with you and his brother to a certain extent, especially in vein of what Chadwick would have wanted, right? This is a mantle that other people should be able to assume. And as you say, give more inspiration to not just children, but to Black. Like, it was a cultural movement, like for everybody, young and old, right? Because of a Black Panther, you can make a Shang-Chi. And you can make an Eternals, right? You can when you let one of us in, and especially when you lead with letting Black people in, you are allowed to bring so many more voices into the fold. My disagreement comes, I think, more in line with the side of don't recast, because you have so many other stories and so many other heroes that you can especially in vein of the comics, give the mantle of Black Panther to. Like, Black Panther was initially T'Chaka. Then Black Panther became T'Challa. Then in recent years, Shuri became the Black Panther.
That's how it went in the comics, is what you're saying.
That's how, in multiple different ways, right? And there's a multiverse, like at one point, his father is the original Black Panther. So like back in the day, it was T'Chaka, it wasn't T'Challa. Then T'Challa became the Black Panther. Then Shuri became the Black Panther. There's been at points where other people have become Black Panther. So it's like you can wear the mantle. Now you can give love to a whole different character and still put on for another Black actor or actress.
I hear you. I do hear you. The only thing I would have, the only part of that I agree with you on, though, is giving Shuri Black Panther, especially if it goes in line with the comics, like what you're saying. But the reason I disagree with you on that, not saying that you're wrong, but the reason I just disagree with you is because the movie is called Black Panther. And I'm not talking about this next movie because I know they're calling it Wakanda Forever. But I'm saying it's Black Panther. Like, it's not. It's
Black Panther. It's not the White Puma.
It's not Killmonger. It's not Shuri. It's not that. It's Black Panther. I don't want to see no story on another hero unless it's a standalone movie for them. If we're doing a whole movie on what's my guy's name for it's Challenge Day. I can't think of his name though. Oh my gosh, I love him. I can't think of his name.
M'Baku.
That's right.
M'Baku,
If we're doing a
100%.
standalone movie, which I think would be super dope, on
Yeah.
M'Baku and his tribe and stuff like that, and how they separated from Wakanda, and bro, that would be a dope standalone movie. But I don't want to see that. I don't want to see 4 different storylines in a Black Panther movie. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to see the Black Panther. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's why I say Cherie becoming the Black Panther would have been super dope. That would have been a smooth transition. But if they're not doing that, then I think they need to recast it because I want to see the Black Panther.
I don't think at this point they can do that. Because they're saying now that Letitia Wright, the actress who plays Shuri, is officially out of the MCU for a multitude of reasons. And we just have to get into it. And I want to know, Hale, to what extent would you fumble a motherfucking bag? Now, subjectively, this is me projecting. I think she's fumbled a bag, right?
Right.
Letitia Wright, some of you may know her, as I said, the actress that plays Shuri in the Black Panther and MCU movies, right? Super adorable, great actress. I don't know why. I just can only laugh because I'm just like, Shawty, how? Last year, during the height of the pandemic, also during the height of the George Floyd and all this happening, right? Letitia Wright led with her faith, and there is nothing wrong with that. I think it's very noble. I think it's great to lead with your faith. As a God-fearing man myself, like, I think it's great. Have faith, pronounce it publicly. That's not the debate here, right? But there's also a point where your faith can also come in disseminating misinformation. And during the height of the pandemic and racial injustice last year, she took upon it herself to tweet videos of her pastor, or a pastor that she really likes, who was spreading misinformation about not only the pandemic and at the time, the incoming wave of vaccines, saying that it's the mark of the beast, saying that vaccines are not safe, do not take the vaccine. She made it very public that she would not, instead of this, say has not taken the vaccine. And she also made it forth, retweeting the same words from this pastor, that she is not okay with the LGBTQ plus movement, that she thinks homosexuality is a sin, transsexuality, and so on and so forth. Hale, at what point do you let your views get in the way of your money, let alone a franchise as massive as Marvel and the Black Panther?
So not to be the person who answers a question with a question,
but
I do have a question. I do have a question for you though, because I'm not 100%, like, I'm not an expert on this story as far as why exactly is she out of the MCU? Is it because she's refusing to get the vaccine? Because I know that's big on movie sets and stuff like that nowadays. Yeah. Is that the biggest? Is that the issue?
That's the big thing. I
got you.
The big thing that she's off is vaccines. I just think it didn't help that she was also talking incredibly politically last year. And not just, again, and it's fine. If you want to come forth and say it's not cool for gay people to get married or to love each other, whatever, like, it's not, I don't agree with you. It's not right. But, says me, but I think that Marvel has forgiven plenty of people. You still got Chris Pratt up in there playing, Star-Lord. And he's made his political views very, very known.
Exactly.
And that's a whole different conversation for a different day. Y'all can look that up and see where he stands.
Yep.
But I think it was the vaccines that was. I just don't think that it helped. I mentioned the other stuff because, like, one, I think we need full context, and two, because I just don't think it helped her case.
See, I don't think that hurt her case, especially because I was going to go off the examples that you gave, especially with Chris Pratt and some other people that we've seen. It's hard for me to kill a black woman on her views and stuff like that, especially if we're forgiving white people. I'm not going to do that. Yeah. You've got your viewpoint and stuff like that, and that's totally fine. Like you said, whether this is what I've come to the conclusion on. Nobody's going to agree with you on everything. You got to stand firm in your faith and your beliefs, what you believe. So that's that. But as far as the vaccine goes, because like you said, that's the main thing right now that is causing her to fumble a bag. I feel the same way about this as the Ice Cube story that we talked on a few weeks ago. Like, it's the same situation. Like, I think what you said was, like, I don't care. Like, you have this choice, just like we do, to get the vaccine. You have the choice to not get it. Absolutely. It's your choice, 100% right. But now your choice has consequences. Yeah. Your consequence may be bigger than mine. I may have no consequence because I'm an entrepreneur. I'm doing my own thing. I can get it or not. But your consequence now is losing millions of dollars because you don't want to get a vaccine for one of the biggest movies that ever take place in Marvel. That's sad, but it's your decision.
So
it's hard for me to really kill her on her decision, but it's like your decision has consequences. So I don't feel bad for you making a choice that you wanted to make. You're an adult. You know the choice. You know the decision. You understand if you're truly studying the vaccine and the effects of it and you know, all the studies that have been done, especially since the CDC approved now, you know what it's doing and how it's helping people or whatnot. So that choice is completely on you. I don't have any sympathy for her when it comes to that specifically.
And I say that, and I agree. Like, and again, I'm not here to kill a black woman or to kill her in this context. Right. It's just, again, it's unfortunate. It's sad. It's like
it is.
It's
especially
sad.
Going off the context of what we were just talking about Cherie becoming the Black Panther in comics. She would have been perfect for that. Especially
and again, like you said, the movie is Black Panther, and that's just what it is. The movie's 007. Right. Like, that's where it's like, I agree with you and I don't, because it's just like, not anybody can be the Black 100%. Panther, but considering context of the comics, there's more people than just T'Challa that are the Black Panther.
Yep. And she would have been, just going off of her character and the amazing role that she played in the first movie, I think she would have been a great fit. Because she would have matured now, she would have slid right into that role, taken especially if they had it as he died somehow or whatnot. Yeah. I mean, it would have been excellent. It would have been excellent. And I'm always for a black female superhero because we don't have any or many of those. Not any that I can think of off the top of my head.
Halle Berry has the monopoly on them. We got Catwoman, we got Storm.
Oh, right. That's true. But it's been so long ago. I'm just thinking about in our current generation. Sure. I can't think of any. So that would have been dope to see.
Beyonce.
And now I guess my question is, are they going to recast Cherie? What the heck are they going to do?
Yo, I mean, it was recast T'Challa now, or recast T'Challa versus don't recast T'Challa. Now it's like recast Shuri versus don't. My question to you is, if we are to recast, right, because it's going to be a lot. I mean, the MCU can work some magic. Boy, can they. Yeah. You know I'm a fan. Oh, man, can they. Y'all watching Hawkeye. Are you watching Hawkeye? It's amazing. I am. I love it. Amazing. Look, I love the show. I think it's great. Can't wait for the next episode. Look, this will be my last question, and of course I want to pose it to everyone listening and watching. If they are to recast T'Challa, if they are to recast Shuri, we need prime black thespians. Who's in the role for you?
Dang, bro, that's tough. I really can't think of anybody off the top of my head because I'm trying to think of somebody younger. I don't want anybody that's too old.
Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. I couldn't even, I'll tell you right now, I ain't got an answer for you.
Me either.
I don't have an answer. I wish I did. I don't have an answer.
I've got some actors and actresses that are young now that I really like.
Yeah.
But lots of them, they're kind of doing their own thing right now. Like, I was going to say, no, but I don't even think he would be a good fit.
Ouch.
And he's already doing Kane the Conqueror.
Jonathan Majors. I was like, he's already Kane.
Yes.
I was like, my man Kane. I'm sorry. Name something better than T'Challa, nigga. You Kane. The Conqueror. Right. Oh, God.
And Mahershala's about to be Blade.
About to be Blade, baby.
So, yeah, I don't. Those are some good young black. I can't think of. Yeah, I don't have an answer. I don't have an answer right now.
Right when I start throwing out, what if we did Tiana Perry? Well, Tiana Perry is Photon, and she's in WandaVision. Like she's already in. When I start thinking of some of the dope young black actors that I like, you're already in the MCU. If not, I feel like you're gonna be soon.
Who's the girl that was in? What was the black show on? I think it was Amazon Prime. It's kind of like a scary black show. We talked about it off air before, and you were saying you didn't want to watch it because it was like black trauma or something like that. But it was supposed to be.
You're talking about the Us. You're talking about the Lena Waithe one. And I ended up watching it, and that shit is depressing as shit. It was good, but it was depressing as shit. No, don't put it on. No, go and watch it. If you want to see.
What's the lead actress? Because she's good, right?
She's great. She's great. But also, I think when it comes to again, I'm thinking about, this is why it's such a crazy debate, and we'll end it here. It's there are so many other black stories in the MCU, so it's I actually want to focus lot of, there's that are about to come to light.
And I'm all here for it, Malcolm.
There are
but
so many black characters.
Don't call the movie the Black Panther then. Now, I'm cool with it. I'm gonna still go see it, but don't call that movie the Black Panther. I'm gonna be upset.
No. I'm
gonna be upset.
Yes, yeah. I think my thing is that I want the actors. What I was going to say is that like we're going to have to recast eventually, or we're going to drive the story forward. Right. I want to see there's so many amazing African American actors and actresses in Hollywood, and I want to reserve maybe some of our black actors and actresses for the black American stories that the MCU is going to unfold. Like we're going to have to get into Miles Morales' Spider-Man eventually. Yeah, we're going to have to get into Blade and casting Blade. We're going to get into Captain Marvel 3 will not feature Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. Spoiler alert for those that don't know. That. It's going to feature Tiana Perry as Photon, because she ends up coming Captain Marvel in in the new Avengers, or the West Coast Avengers. So it's like there's going to be so many in the next 4 or 5 years. There's going to be so many Black American stories that are rooted in the comics, and I think I almost want to reserve. So when everyone's like, we got to get the best of the best for Black Panther, I'm about to be there for Blade, and I mean I had my dashiki, I had my Kentenge fabrics on for Black Panther. I was ret, dog. You know what I'm saying? I was ret, my Yoruba heritage, my Igbo heritage, all my Nigerian heritage, my Kenyan heritage. It was all coming out, but baby, I'm here for Blade, bruh. I you know what I'm saying? I'm here for Blade. Right. I'm here for there are Black Luke Cage when they get it right and they bring Luke Cage to canon. There are so many fire Black American stories in the MCU, and so I think that's my only thing where you're don't call the movie Black Panther. Call me Black Panther because again the mantle has to change. I don't know as far as recasting. No. I'm saying don't call the movie Black Panther unless we're recasting Black Panther. That's all I'm saying. Don't call the movie Black Panther and then we're focusing on M'Baku the whole time. That's not Black Panther. Yeah, no. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think they would. I don't think they would. Yeah. I think it's going to be really interesting to see what happens. We have Wakanda Forever coming out next, and then there also is going to be a Wakanda Disney Plus show. I heard about that. That literally dives into the city, the culture of Wakanda. Exactly. I mean, I'm telling you, now that'll be dope. Yeah, more than I'm Team Black Panther, I'm Team Dora Milaje. So I want to see Okoye get a whole lot of love. Even if they allow Okoye to become Black Panther, it might be out of comical context. But fam, you want to talk about? You want to talk about somebody who's cold? You want to talk about somebody who can whip whip T'Challa's ass more than Okoye. So I'm here for the Dora Milaje to get fuck it, don't call it Black Panther, just call it the Dora Milaje, bro, and it'll sell out even better. I'll be there. So look, switching gears, we got to talk about your favorite president ever, Ryan Hale. You made calls, y'all, this is on record. Hale made calls for Joseph Biden to get
and this is why I said in the pre-show, everybody, you probably not know. But Malcolm was saying some lies like he is now. And I was telling him his lies have him in bondage. So feel free to call 1-800-LIES to free Malcolm from his lies to donate.
And that call is also sponsored by Cableback Mountain. If you do, in fact, make your way.
Hey, and now sponsored by Free Larry Hoover.
It's sponsored by Free Larry Hoover and also Trojan Condoms. No, man. Look, we got to talk about... You know when you just don't like your president, you make him everybody else's president but your own. Nigga, we gotta talk about your best friend. We gotta talk about y'all president. We gotta talk I want to act like I had nothing to do with voting him in. But y'all, we already know we don't believe what politicians say over here on Unfiltered Gems. No matter who you look like, no matter who you think your VP pick is. Now they're saying, apparently, sidebar, they're saying Kamala Harris, a former aide of Kamala Harris, is saying that she does not read briefings ahead of meetings. Sidebar has nothing to do with the story, but I'm just more reason why I'm nigga, goddamn, I just can't stand it. These niggas suck, bro. Turns out that while he led with the promise of forgiving as much student loan as he can, our esteemed president of these United States will not be forgiving any student loan debt, and repayments start back in January. And I'm sorry, in case y'all haven't wondered, we still in this pandemic. Niggas still broke. Ooh. Sorry, maybe I'm mad because I still got think debt. This,
but bro, no, so do I. So do I. But I think it's just so funny to me because you guys actually believe this man. I You couldn't well that man was about to clear no student debt.
Oh my
Absolutely
God.
not. If Joe Biden was going to be the one to do that, what, in 45 presidents in, 46 presidents in? No. Stop it. No. Not 80-something-year-old Joe Biden.
He might, look,
I did not believe that at all.
If Joe Biden would have cleared all that student loan debt,
He would have been the greatest president ever.
he might have been the blackest president ever. Blacker than Obama, and actually blacker than the first.
Blacker than Bill?
Blacker than Bill, yes! He would have been blacker than Bill, nigga. God damn, he would have. Are you kidding? He would have been blacker than Bill. If he would have got, like, I'm sorry, you would have allowed for niggas to get away with cleaning up. Bro, he would have been blacker than Barack and blacker than Bill. That's the name of the episode. Blacker than Barack, blacker than Bill. A mixtape by Joseph R. Biden. And I would have streamed it, and I would have bought it. Would have bought it on vinyl.
Oh, man. The lead single would be, "We did it, Joe.
We did it, Joe." Come on, fucking Young Metro Boomin would have produced the track. Would have had some Boy Wonder on there. They definitely would have had a Drake feature.
Oh my gosh.
Yo, hell, how do you feel about it? I mean, because I'm with you. We're like, I didn't believe it. I didn't believe that he would. It seemed way too good to be true. Every president, like but again, we haven't seen these promises. Every fucking president always says, we're going to find the cure to AIDS. We're going to find the cure to cancer. Niggas still getting cancer. Niggas still getting AIDS, right? So what, and not saying it's good, right? But we have, every time we have the money, we're going to do the research. We're going to end world hunger. We're going to do this. And never happens. Mm-hmm. What does this mean for you as someone who is paying back student loans? Who's paying back student loans? I am as well. Laura knows. I was asking for breaks all pandemic. Like, please, man, just not this month. Not this month, please. Not this month. Not this month, please. Please. Just
man, it was so nice having this break. Yeah, this was so nice having this break and not having to worry about an extra burden, if you will.
Yeah.
Honestly, bro, I don't know how to feel about it. Like I said, I didn't believe it. So it's not a surprise. I always knew that the day would come where we would have to start repaying them. I will say that I didn't think it would be this soon, especially since we are still in a pandemic. And even though life is coming back to normal in a lot of ways, I mean, shoot, we're out here having festivals now.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even though life is pretty much back to normal, it still doesn't affect.
Back to normal.
Yeah, it still doesn't. We still haven't bounced back fully economically and financially and stuff like that from that. So I think that should have been taken into account. You know what I mean? So
totally.
I don't know, bro. I'm not surprised, but I am sad that it's coming so soon. Because I mean, look, we're a month away or so. So it's tough, but I'm not surprised. Can't say I'm surprised at all.
I'm with you where I'm not surprised. It sucks. I'm still praying on my lottery ticket that's just going to pay my way out of my student loan debt.
You and me both. I'm just gonna need.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, once you win that, just throw me over.
I'm waiting on one of these.
Trying to calculate my loans and my interest, and then how much money it'll take me to buy my car, my house. Throw me over $50,000. That'll do it.
I'm just saying. I'm a cheap lottery date. You feel me? Some people are like, I want billions. Give me $50,000.
I'm good.
I'm good.
And you won't hear me coming back. I'm not gonna be texting you all the time.
I ain't gonna be texting nothing.
I'm good.
Nothing.
Yep.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You'd be surprised. Like, if everyone just got a lottery for what their student loan debt is, I promise you, people think we need billions. We don't need billions, dog.
Nope. We just need that amount.
We need that amount. That is all we need. And our life would be significantly better. Well, look, we're not getting our student loans forgiven. Black people still don't have reparations, but we have.
Oh, boy.
We've gotten some close to reparations. We've gotten some layer of redemption for having
the way you're leading into this makes me seem like I'm not gonna believe this at all,
bro. But these are the facts. I report facts. My lies have me in bondage, but I report facts. They do. Look, but I am serious when I say this.
Okay.
That the redemption that the culture is getting for having to pay back student loans and continue in our spree of being broke. Come to find out, Nancy Reagan is a throat goat. I don't make the rules. This is not opinion. These are just the facts.
Huh. I don't know what to say.
I'm gonna let it sit.
We talking about Nancy Reagan, rest in peace, Nancy. Oh, Nancy's dead, right?
Yes.
Huh.
Thespian Ronald Reagan, President Ronald Reagan.
Okay. You know, shed some more light on this?
His wife can suck some mean dick.
Huh.
I don't make the rules. I'm not here to lie. I'm not here to spread misinformation. I'm here to say the facts.
Interesting.
In what became one of the greatest days on Twitter for me in recent weeks, Saturday morning, I wake up to Nancy Reagan trending in a really crazy way. And what started from someone trying to slut shame Madonna and comparing Madonna and Nancy Reagan and saying Madonna at 61 versus Nancy Reagan at 61. And, you know, Madonna lately has been just doing what Madonna do, right? She over here, she got ass out. She always got her ass out, her boobies out, whatever. Like, live your life, woman. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I don't care, whatever. But someone was making a point to try to slut shame Madonna recently and said, well, look at Madonna versus look at Nancy Reagan, a stand-up woman. Through which somebody puts a book quote from somebody who I believe was like in the Sinatra camp, or he was like a fellow Politico in the 60s or 70s, the which he alluded to Nancy Reagan being the queen of fellatio. That fact ended up sending Twitter into a frenzy. And
Twitter don't need much.
Twitter doesn't need much. Through which then Mr. T jumps in because Mr. T and Ronald Reagan were tight. Right. And there's this video that comes up of like Nancy Reagan set up Mr. T's laugh for the holidays, and then like when she gets up out of there, he kind of like they trade like this real like this look at each other, and he kind of slaps her on the thigh, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Nancy got that sloppy toppy. She got that guap guap 3000. Who would have thought?" And hell, I want to know your honest thoughts.
I don't think I have any. I'm not surprised that this took place on Twitter because, like I said, Twitter doesn't need much. I mean, you can start a fire so quickly on Twitter. I think I'm just thrown off that this is not anything that I would have thought to pop up versus off a tweet like that, off an original tweet of, yeah, that is just wild to me. Wild. And that's why I had to say it. I said, shoot, Nancy is dead, right? I'm not tripping, right? I'm like, what is going on? Yeah, that's very shocking.
Man. It's every tweet, like, y'all, I can't even put the jokes like into this podcast, but y'all just gotta look up Nancy Reagan on Twitter and enjoy your life. I
feel bad. I feel bad for Nancy's family.
Oh my God.
Now they gotta relive this.
But look, you see,
I'm so sorry.
Nancy's family ain't coming trying to clear her name. They just letting it happen. And also, what makes that so bad if it's just the fact that that her head game was on 10,000? What's wrong with that? Honest question, hell. Look me in the eye, hell.
You stupid.
Mouth on microphone, and you tell me what's wrong.
I just think Nancy is deceased, and this is just a very interesting story to bring up about Nancy. That's all I'm saying. But I don't have
just
any.
The facts. She was one of the
maybe it is.
You're laughing. I'm looking at you right in the eye.
Interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting.
You just add that, story. Right? Wanted to feed the children. Proponent for Reaganomics. Firehead. All contributions that make the world better. Well, not Reaganomics, but, you know.
Oh, boy.
What I'm saying. Hey, what you think about it? Okay, look. Got to take a quick break. It is the holiday time. It's Christmas time. It's Xmas time. Nancy Reagan has Firehead game, and I want to know Egg Nog versus Cider. We're going to get into it after this break. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Of course, from Unfiltered Gems, Merry Xmas, because that's what we celebrate here, the official holiday of Unfiltered Gems. At Unfiltered Gems podcast everywhere. My name is Malcolm Alexander.
And I'm Ryan Hale. Merry Christmas to you all. Let's go ahead and get that out the way.
Yo, we got to talk about the holidays, man. It is that time of year, no matter whether you're celebrating alone or with your loved ones or however you celebrate. But we love the holiday season over here, and we got to get down to some verses holiday style. gotta know in the game of holiday drinks and holiday spirit, holiday foods, we gotta know, if not that, then what? We want to start out with one of my favorite debates. It's a very easy answer for me, quite frankly. Okay, need to know. Egg Nog versus cider. Hale, you're an eclectic young man. Sometimes eclectic far beyond my understanding. But
he's stupid.
Are you an eggnog or are you a cider guy?
This is tough because I do like both. But if we're talking about Christmas time, Christmas Day, give me some eggnog. I like eggnog a lot.
Damn right. You said the right answer.
I thought you were going to say apple cider.
No. And the funny thing about apple cider is that you can do apple cider like all year round. Like I don't understand. Yeah,
it's
I don't
more
understand
of a fall
why.
drink, honestly.
100%. 100%. So, I'm a huge eggnog fan. Sarah is anti-black, and she says you to both. Our esteemed producer. So that's very unfortunate.
Hey, sheds a lot of light.
Sheds a lot of light. It's very telling of somebody if you don't like eggnog. It's very, very, very telling. But let's be honest, my favorite way to take the eggnog, especially this time of year, put a little bit of whiskey, put a little bit of rum in it. Mix that thing up. You know what I'm saying? A little spike nog. See that?
Little spike nog.
Little spike nog. I heard the song that says slob on my nog, like corn of the cob. Look,
my God.
That's my little new Christmas jingle. I am a team eggnog hive all day.
Yep,
okay?
Definitely team eggnog. Yep.
And if you feel otherwise, I want to know why. Of course, as you said, at Unfiltered Gems podcast, talk to us, let us know. Our other verses, gotta dive in, okay? The tree debate.
Let's get it.
The tree debate, Hale. This is really, really, really big. Okay. Again, very telling of somebody. I feel like depending on your side here, I know you. Real tree versus fake tree for Christmas.
That's tough, bro. Because to be honest, I don't have a tree in my home. But family tree, we've had both. That's just crazy. Dang. Okay, I'm just gonna go off of my.
What do you prefer?
Preference.
Yeah, what is your personal preference here?
And it's probably gonna be off laziness.
Hell,
bro, I think the fake tree is just so much easier. It's just so much. You don't have to clean up anything after.
It's not about ease, man. It's about the spirit.
I will say the real trees are better, but the fake tree is easier. That's what I'll say.
It's not about ease, man. It's not about ease.
Well, you said preference, and for me,
no. Well, your preference is wrong.
Oh,
So you get
a new tree every year.
In my adult life, I have not got, like, at least for my personal like home, I don't even have a tree up now. Like I had a 3-foot tree that my sister gave me. It was like it was a fake one last year. I just threw here and I was like, yeah, I'm in the spirit. But most years, not this year. Naturally, I'm going on my little sabbatical. Normally, even if I'm gonna come home for the holidays, I always make it a point. There's a tree farm next to in where my dad's from, in that town. That we would go to every year as kids, and you can go to the tree farm. You can chop your own tree down. They got hot chocolate there, and like everyone gets an axe, and so it's like all the boys. You get one side of the axe, like the other side. You put it in the barrel, and you check it out. And you can put it in the truck. Like, I think that's when people are like, and I understand what you mean by it's easier, but there is like such an experience to going and not just buying a tree out of a lot, which is cool. If that's what you do, but going and like chopping that mug down yourself. As like a family experience is like so even if you bring your boys or you bring your lady, that's something dope, you know what I'm saying? Like little date night, like, hey, we're gonna go chop a tree down, like, and it's at a tree farm. You ain't just going to the middle of the wilderness and doing it, like, you go to, like, they got people there and everything, and they got the Christmas carols playing, like, there's that whole thing. And if that's not my argument enough to like why I'm like real tree hive or nothing, it's also like the smell, like your house just smells alive when you have a real tree in there. A fake tree ain't got no smell. Like, that's what throws me off with fake trees, is that like I walk up in the room and I see a fake tree and I'm like, nigga, what that smell like? You know what it smell like? We gotta spray it with real tree fragrance or something. Like, it just don't be hitting, man. You need that real pine smell ruminating up in this bitch, you know?
Like I said, I feel you on that. The real tree is better. But if I'm going for ease and convenience, fake tree all day.
Damn.
And I get you with the family experience. That sounds amazing. It does. But I don't want to get out there and cut no tree down. I don't.
It's so much fun. Do you think single people get trees? Like do you know a lot of single people that get trees for their house?
I wouldn't say a lot, but I do know some that do.
That like they hold single people ain't got
mostly
nobody
the ones I
That's
know
so
though,
mean.
mostly,
Ain't got nobody with
mostly
them.
women.
They just get in a tree.
Yeah, I know a lot of girls that have trees up and
Because you know the ladies are festive, man. That's what I love.
The
about
ladies are.
women.
Yeah, they
like
love
the ladies like understand the assignment every year. They get festive. That's what they like. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the energy that you need around, man. Like brothers ain't feeling the spirit ever. You know what I'm saying? You're like it's Christmas, and it's like it's December 25th, nigga. But Jesus was born, but it's December 25th. Like for most a lot of folk, like you know what I'm saying? They like you. They like fake tree. Whatever. They Scrooges. You know what I'm saying? Like it just. Yeah, if you like that's what I'm saying. If you like fake trees, you're a Scrooge. Moving on. Gotta know, okay? In the vein. No, I'm skipping the candy canes. Peppermint versus rainbow candy cane. How you feel?
I like both.
No.
That's
okay.
tough.
We like regular candy canes because what the hell is a rainbow candy cane?
Those are good though.
Yeah, but
Don't
they
sleep on
fruity. They fruity, huh? They the fruity ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, they aight. But like we like tradition over
The
here.
pepper one, yeah, the pepper ones.
We like tradition over here, okay? In the Reagan household, we like good head and tradition.
You are stupid. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to Nancy. Rest in peace, Nancy.
I'm not. She's a legend. She's a luminary. We love her. Look, gotta know, man. We're taking it down to cookies. I said I was going to skip the candy canes, and I kept rocking with the candy canes. Look, my thing. But if it was make the Reagan joke, it was worth it. We need to talk about cookies. The cookies, the fresh bake. You know what I'm saying? Because if the house don't smell like a real tree, the house during Christmas better smell like some damn cookies.
Facts.
Are you on the aisle of snickerdoodle or are you on the aisle of gingerbread?
Oh, this is easy.
Oh,
snickerdoodle all day.
Okay.
Snickerdoodle all day,
Okay,
every
so
day.
quickly.
I love me some good snickerdoodles.
Okay, he answered all day. He answered so
All day.
quickly.
Yeah,
He gave
and
no
it was
thought
because
to
it was
it.
easy.
He didn't even try to think about the fact that snickerdoodles are available all year round.
And
We're talking about the holidays, hell.
I know what we're talking about, Malcolm.
We're talking about Christmas time, not even Xmas
Okay.
time. We're talking about Christmas time.
Obviously, you're a gingerbread man, so that tells me a lot.
Because it's the holidays.
Yeah.
You got to build a gingerbread house. You got to eat gingerbread cookies.
Huh.
Huh.
Gingerbread, huh?
You're showing yourself, hell.
I've never
You're
been
showing
a fan of gingerbread.
You
to be
don't
honest with
support
you.
Nancy Reagan. You don't like real trees. And you don't like gingerbread cookies. Hell, I know
What's
how
so
you
good
are
about
for the holidays.
What's so good about gingerbread cookies? Please tell me.
I think one, again, holidays, the novelty of that, like, I don't eat
No,
gingerbread.
that does not count.
Stop, that
The
totally counts.
holidays doesn't have to do with
You
taste.
asked me.
Well, what you say? Well, your preference is stupid. It's wrong.
But your preference is wrong. I mean, you asked my opinion, but your opinion is wrong. I was all about you opening your mouth until you gave your wrong opinion. No. Okay, it's like the novelty of like once a year. And the ginger is fire. Like, one, I eat ginger regularly, but like gingerbread cookies are fucking delicious.
They're not bad, but they're not better than snickerdoodles. They're not.
It's hard to debate you because like I do love a snickerdoodle, but I eat snickerdoodles all year round. Like
See,
I love a
I don't.
snickerdoodle.
I don't eat
See,
snickerdoodles
they're
all
not
year round.
like I can't debate that they're like I fucking love snickerdoodles. Nigga, I eat them shits. Like you lucky I don't have. I had this thing with my brother-in-law that as a kid I was eating a snickerdoodle. And please forgive me for anyone listening. If you got kids, cover yours. As if I've been cussing like a sailor this whole podcast. Look. I had a mouthful of snickerdoodles one time. I'm talking to my brother-in-law. At the time, I'm maybe 15, maybe. And I was like, man, these are some good snickerdoodles. And I said it, and he looks over and he goes, did you just say these are some good niggadoodles? Because he didn't hear the S.
Oh.
It's so in my family. It's so terrible that we sometimes be like, oh, man, you eat some of them good niggadoodles, ain't you?
There's a running joke now.
It's a running joke, like ever since, because and I really thought like I was, and at the time I'm like, no. My dad over here, he fake gets mad at me. He's like, you can't be saying that like in my house, and like we was like, oh shit, like I said no. I was like, Dale, no. I was like, I said snickerdoodle. He goes, I don't know. You kind of sound like you said. So I love a snickerdoodle. I'm only look, I love it. And shout out to the Barrows, shout out to my brother-in-law, shout out to my sister Tiffany, shout out to all my nieces and nephews. You already know where you at. So I do. I love snickerdoodles. They're delicious. They might be the superior cookie as to why I eat them all year round. But for the holidays, man, I gotta show love for the ginger. He goes, you do, not me. Okay, fine, hell.
Facts.
Fine, hell. You a Scrooge anyway. We know it. Okay, look. This is really gonna put the nail in the coffin as far as your holiday
I'm ready.
exploits.
Let's do it.
Okay, this is really gonna put it in. This is really gonna do it. At Christmas. We already know. You've already revealed yourself in episodes past, right? That you don't believe in giving gifts to your significant other's family unless you're married. Okay, we know where you're gonna stand on the side.
That's not 100% accurate, but okay, go ahead.
No. I mean, like you said that unless we are 10 years into marriage.
I ain't say that. I ain't say
that. Unless we are 10 years into marriage.
Here we go.
You ain't getting
bondage. This is what bondage looks like, people.
This is what bondage sounds like. This is what bondage looks like.
This is what bondage sounds like, people.
Okay, look. Do you believe in wrapping gifts? Gifts, right? Because who don't? I mean, we all kids. You know what I'm saying? We love on Christmas morning.
Mm-hmm.
Or are you like gift bag? You know what I'm saying? Get a bag. You know what I'm saying? Look, I bulk order the tissue. You feel me?
Facts.
We throw that tissue in, make it a little festive. You know what I'm saying? Look, I put some glitter on it. Like
light decoration.
Light decoration. I might put a little sticker, glitter on that bitch, spray with lavender. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like my gift bags be on point.
I see, man. Your gift bags sound a lot better than mine.
My gift bags be on point, man. I really make it an experience.
That's funny.
That might reveal what side of the aisle I'm on.
You're a gift bagger, which is fine.
I don't know.
Because I'm a gift bagger as well. I'm just going to clear the air there. I'm a gift bagger.
Gift bag. And I want to know the people listening and watching, yo. I'm serious. Like, are you gift bag or gift wrap? And defend your side. Defend it.
I'm a gift bagger because I'm not a good gift wrapper.
I get you.
So
it's an art, dude. That's a fucking
art.
It
is. It's an art. And I don't, you know, the one thing you don't want to be at Christmas, especially in a black household, is embarrassed. So that's one thing that I try to stray away from if I can help it. So, to avoid any embarrassment.
One thing you have to avoid in the holidays in a black household is embarrassment, because you are so right.
100% right. Bro, I can't. So, I just throw that bag. Throw that gift in a bag, like you said, with tissue paper.
Yeah.
Get a little red, green, and white, mix it up. And then that's what it is.
Look, I love a good bag with a Look, let me be honest, y'all. Look, I love receiving a wrap gift. Ain't nothing like unwrapping.
Same. That's what I was about to say. I like unwrapping.
I love unwrapping. Hate wrapping.
Facts.
Quite frankly, I don't even like busting a hot 16 because I'm terrible at it. I don't like any kind of rapping. Like rap music. Hate rapping gifts. Hate rapping for myself. I don't even rap when I'm in my private. I hear a good beat come on. Even Dilla can be on. I'm like, I ain't gonna spit. No, I'm good. Hate rapping. Hate it. Ryan is a former rapper in past life. I hate rapping. And I hate wrapping gifts. It's not going to happen. I love unwrapping a gift, though. Please, if anyone wants to get me a gift, go ahead and wrap that thing up. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people have. Like, oh, my God. Like, I think about what Sarah was even just sharing, how Mason, Sarah had a bunch of Amazon bags or boxes up under the tree already. And he said, Mom, no, you have to take those back. You have to wrap them. Kids love unwrapping shit, man. We like unwrapping. I say we, like I'm with the kids, but I like unwrapping.
He said you gonna have to wrap those.
Yeah, you gonna have to wrap those. I ain't. Mason had to come out here and pull his pocket.
I ain't looking at none of that.
I ain't looking at none of that. He pulled his pocket knife out over here, having to take the tape off. Like, all right, good. Like yeah, love unwrapping.
That's hilarious.
Wrapping. It's not gonna happen. I'll just tell you that straight up. Like
that's hilarious.
No, but the thing is, I'm gift bag all year round. Like when I'm going to a party,
me too.
Like I literally just had to go to birthdays, everything.
It don't matter the holiday.
No,
if you get the gift, it's coming in the bag.
tell me you're an adult without telling me you're an adult. When I promise you, I bulk order gift bags and tissue off Amazon. So I'm never without a gift bag or tissue.
Okay, that's smart.
I shit you not. If you want the cheat code.
See, I just always just go grab a bag real quick. I never bulk order, but that's actually smart.
Because one, it always takes you always think of it on the way to the party. You're like, that's one more thing that I have to stop through and get. I also had the cheat code. I bulk order cards, thank you cards, or just like love cards.
I am not a card giver.
Like see, I love. Damn, hell, you a Scrooge, dog. Keep exposing yourself.
No, I think cards are. I'm going on a rant here, so I'll try to keep it brief.
Oh
cards are a big waste of time.
No filter.
Yeah. Cards are a big waste of time. If you really look at it, cards are a big waste of time. If there's anything I want to write to you in a card and give it to you, I should just say it to you. I can say it to you. You should know how I feel. You don't need no card.
Hell, come on, bro.
And you want the gift anyway, or the money I put in the card anyway. You don't need that card.
Hell,
wasting my money.
See, hell. Don't expose yourself. Hell.
I hate cards, bro.
You giving and receiving them? You like words of affirmation. You mean to tell me that when you don't get a good card, you look at the thing and got just a beautiful
I'll say this.
note.
I don't like giving cards, and I could either do or not do with receiving them. Like I don't care either way about receiving cards either.
Wow.
Because I like words of affirmation, but it feels better when you're telling it to me. Now, if it's something you really want to write down and you want to put it in a card, I will happily receive it from you. But I don't need a card. That's what I'm saying.
Wow.
And don't count on getting one. That's not happening.
See, I love writing. Man, I love it because there's something to like seeing words on paper, and it's like sometimes like I know what the things that I've written in cards. It would honestly seem a little weird if I just like pulled some of these people aside and like wrote, because I'm like, I'm not a poet, but I'm kind of a poet. Like I don't like rapping, but I like writing.
I was about to say you just said you couldn't rap.
Yeah, but I can't. But I can write. I got some fire wrins. I said I don't rap, but I got some fire wrins. I ain't going off the dome, but I promise you.
Oh my god!
But that's why, bro. I order like some generic cards in bulk, so that way it's like anytime I know I'm going to a party, and it's like if it's something I can throw in. Most times, like as a DJ, I'm always in and out of a record shop, so I like maybe always get someone like a record or something like that. But it's like on the record, I'll put it in the bag, or it's like I might just put the card on top. I type whatever I'm gonna type. Something real nice in my notes. That's one thing. It's really hard for me to like. I hate fucking up when I'm writing, so I'll always write my letter in my notes, write it, edit it, write it down. Then I'm like, and then I spend the time to copy what I wrote. Shit, you not.
I never liked writing as a kid. My handwriting is not the greatest, so it was just like always like I don't know. I just not a big fan of cards.
It's an art
If it's something
form.
I want to say to you, I can say it. Now, I'm not taking away from writing. Sometimes writing stuff down and giving it to somebody is amazing. Now, if there is a need for me to do that, like if I'm writing out like thank you cards or something like that, and there's something I need to write to you, okay, I'm gonna give you a card. But I'm saying I'm not sending out like Christmas cards or birthday cards. I think that's unnecessary.
Yeah, I hear you. I guess what it is, sometimes I feel like if I don't have a gift, like a physical gift to give you, a card with some real nice shit on it is beautiful. It's a beautiful gesture.
So you would just give somebody a card?
Totally. My words are a gift.
Nothing in it?
My words
money
are a
nothing?
gift. Huh. My words are
don't
a
do
gift.
that. No, don't do that for me.
Words are a gift. The loving things that I can say.
Not your words.
Damn, y'all. Look, speaking of having no words, we need to talk about the latest episode of our favorite show.
Yes, sir.
Insecure.
What an episode it was.
No, it wasn't. Let's be honest. I have no words because I was bored. It was a filler episode. I'm bored as shit. I have no thoughts on it. This episode was boring as shit. Actually, when I look back on this whole season, it's been filler for the whole damn season. I'm bored.
No, you're not.
I'm bored.
No, you're not.
I'm bored.
No, you're not.
I'm bored.
You're lying.
I'm bored.
You're lying.
Watched it twice. I'm bored.
Now, this episode, I will say, it wasn't the
Filler.
best episode. Okay, I can see how you say it was a filler episode. Yeah, maybe you're right. It was a filler episode, but I wasn't bored. I will say that. I was not bored. I did like the flashbacks and us getting a little dive deeper into Molly's life and looking at Issa's not flashbacks, but looking at what Issa's life could look like either way. But I didn't. Yeah, I didn't care for how they did that per se.
Again, of course, I know. I'm holding strong, right? That the payoff for this in the end is just
one of the best episodes.
One of the. I mean, but we only got 2 left.
It's only 2 left.
We only have 2 episodes of Insecure left, and I think I was maybe going on in this episode like, man, this is going to like really shake some things up ahead of the finales.
Yeah.
And it just, like, I get it. Like, let's see Issa's life. We get it. You still in love with Lawrence. Stop acting like I'm shocked that I keep thinking about him. Obviously.
She said, I ain't thinking about him.
I ain't thinking about him. And then, like, turns around. Yes, what do you think? Right. Like, I will say, I do think it's interesting, right? All her instinct, all within her is telling her that no matter what she deals, whether she goes with MBW, takes the big corporate deal, or goes super entrepreneurial, staying with Nathan still means that she's going to be supporting him and not the other way around. I do find that interesting. I did take that away. No matter what she chooses, whether she takes NBW, the water deal, goes super, super corporate with her creativity, or if she just like part of the Crenshaw and like, hey, look, like we for the streets only, ain't selling for shit. Either way, she's gonna be successful.
Right.
Very different variables of the success, but either way, she's gonna be successful. Either way, it looks like she's gonna be supporting Nathan.
Man, I didn't gather that. I get what you're saying though. Looking back at it,
no matter what, he's
first.
always waiting on her. Right back home.
He is.
Hey, look, baby, I made some Totino's pizza rolls for your ass. Like,
oh, shut up.
Is this your king?
Is this your king? Well, don't you dare start because you're not on team Issa and Lawrence, are you now?
No, but I'm definitely like, I want Issa to really get all of hers, and clearly staying with Nathan. And it's like, and here I am, like really loving that. Like, I got nothing against Nathan. I really, really, really don't. I think he's a great dude, but I just don't think he's right for Issa. No matter what, she's going to be supporting him. Even in the fantasy of her taking the water deal, they're living up in West Hollywood.
Mm-hmm.
He over here with charcuterie waiting on her.
Yeah.
He living with her.
He's stupid.
She ain't living with him.
Oh,
or they damn sure sound like living together.
Right. Yeah, that is interesting.
So I think it's funny what her head's doing. It was still a fruitful episode. I was a little bored, but I think what it poses that no matter what, she's seeing that no matter if she goes corporate or not, she's still going to be in I'm the breadwinner. I'm doing a little bit better than you. And the fact that Lawrence keeps popping in her subconscious, like obviously, but I think we know that. Stevie Wonder can see that she's not over Lawrence.
Right. That was the bigger point to me that I saw is that she's really coming to grips with that. Lawrence is really still someone that she loves or maybe in love with.
Yeah.
So I wonder what that's going to look like, especially in these next couple of episodes whenever we see the going away party for Tiff and her dude. Yeah. So I don't know, bro. It's a lot. Like you said, I hope these next couple episodes are just on our necks and just coming with it because that's what we need. That's what we need. Because this is the final season. This is it. We're not going to get no more Insecure after this. Like, you got to come with it. Yep, this is it.
This is it, man. This is all we're getting. I will say I think it's great. They're already teasing the documentary about the final season that will be coming out, I believe, the day after or maybe
I did not
after
see
the first
that.
episode. You can look at Issa Rae's Instagram as well as the Insecure Instagram. Also directed by the good brother James Bland, who's also an independent filmmaker, and I like a lot of his work. He'll be directing it, so that's going to be really cool. And it encapsulates all of the show and like the last season and all this kind of stuff. So I'm really, really excited to dive into that.
Yep.
But I was bored.
What do you think about Torian and Molly? Or what do you think about Torian, should I say? Because he showed more of himself this episode, I think.
Let me show you. Torian has done more for women in the one gesture of delivering Molly food, more specifically wings, and alcohol, than any man has done for a woman this season.
Oh, man, you're stupid.
No, I'm not even saying that. Women don't want flowers. They don't want your cards. They don't want... You want to do something dope for a woman who's going through it or celebrating. Don't send her no flowers. Flowers die. Send them a plant. I like plants. If they like plants. That's it. If they don't like plants, then don't do it. You have somebody show up to their door. It can't be you. It's sexy, but it's not as sexy if it's you. Have somebody show up to their door with a bag full of wings, some fries, and their favorite alcohol. Mm-hmm. And you tell me that you and Shorty don't get together. Like, period. Like, Torian has done, like, that is the flyest shit right there. How do I feel about Torian? I might have felt a different way about Torian before this episode, but he showed his ass. With that light gesture, he showed his ass.
Mm-hmm. And it doesn't seem like some of the dudes Molly's dated in the past who are more, I'm not going to say sensitive, but, like, Molly's always felt like she needed to, like, not be genuine. Like, she was obviously not hurting, but had a rough day with her parents and stuff like that, and didn't feel like being around anybody. She wanted her space, like we always talk about.
Yeah.
And I feel like in past relationships, she would have just kind of forced the hangout. You know what I'm saying?
Totally.
And blown up at the boyfriend instead of what was really going on.
Because she's doing what, depending on the role you think women should play. That's a teaser for some other content we might have coming. But she's doing what women should do. She's sitting back and she's letting the man hunt. She's sitting back instead of willing it, instead of forcing it and trying, instead of getting in her head and doing all these other things.
Right.
Molly's doing the one thing that women should do in this case. Sit back, let the man hunt, let the man court you. Mm-hmm. You sit back and you be the lioness and let it happen.
Yeah, that's true.
And she's letting it happen, man. I'm sorry. People, you know, like, I used to ask my man, Michael, I used to say, bro, how's at the time his girlfriend, but you know, that was his wife. I say, how's Crystal? He goes, she's fed. Don't matter how the girl is. Is she fed? Feed her. Feed your girls, y'all. That's it. They don't need cars. They don't need flowers. Bruno talking about, I should have brought you flowers and held your hand. Nigga, no, you should have fed her. Should have had some wings waiting on her, Bruno. That's it. Silk Sonic Records, my ass, nigga. Feed yo girls, y'all. That's it.
You are a fool.
All I'm saying. What? I'm being honest. Look, people gonna be listening. They might be laughing, but they know I'm right.
No, it's a good point. For sure, it's a good point. And I do like the maturity and the growth I'm seeing from Molly specifically. If I can pick anybody who I think's grown the most this season, any character, would be Molly overall. Period. And I'm happy to see her growth. So.
Period.
These 2 episodes got to come with it.
Yeah, and I think I'll be so mad if in 2 episodes they find a way to make Molly's progression regress a little bit.
No, I don't think they're gonna do that.
I don't think they will. But like, I might break my TV. I might punch a hole in my computer. I might do something.
And don't let them give Molly regression, and then we don't see anything with Issa and Lawrence. Then we really gonna lose it. Because I mean we've gone through a rough Game of Thrones final season. I can't take this.
Not comparing the Insecure final season.
No, but I'm saying I can't take
to the Battle of Winterfell. Oh no, they gonna say you know nothing, Issa D. You know nothing. Well, look, man. I do know one thing. We got to get out of here.
Yes, sir.
Wild episode, and thank y'all so much for listening and watching. And there's going to be some amazing content that's going to be on the way in these next few weeks. Just some other stuff for you to really engage in. So I cannot stress enough to follow us everywhere. Wherever you're listening, subscribe. Even if you don't listen on another platform, still go over there and subscribe. Even if you're not watching us on YouTube, but you should be, because we're just beautiful. Like, we don't just have, faces for radio. We got faces for faces too. You know what I'm saying? So please come over to the YouTube and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. Woody would say, Noti Gang. All the joints. Please, because it really does help us and all that. Hale, you got anything else?
Man, I have nothing else. Malcolm has already said it all, so be sure to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and continue to listen. We enjoy you
guys. No, tons, man. Shout out to our producer, S.J. Copeland, to the music, to everything that leads to making an amazing podcast. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and for Unfiltered Gems, my name is Malcolm Alexander.
And I'm Ryan Hale. We'll see you guys next week.